Warning. It is the opinion of the 4th Street Productions, LLC, and the Working Perspectives podcast that we should inform you that some of the language used in this recording could possibly be considered offensive. You have been warned, so if you decide to listen to the recording, then don't complain about the language. Fly, eagles, fly on the road to victory. Fight, eagles, fight. Score a touchdown, 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low.
Hit 'em low.
High.
Hit 'em high.
And watch our eagles fly. Fly, eagles, fly. On the road to victory. Enjoy the show. Hi, hello, how are you? Thanks for stopping by. Today we're going to talk to some real people about some real things, living real lives, doing real stuff. This is the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle. I'm coming today by Strong Stem Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma Liam Reese, and the bad boy Bern Podcasy, Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram at Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok at Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workperspective@gmail.com. And please like, subscribe, so we keep bringing you this sweet content. Strong Stem, how we doing? Bay.
Listen, outside of a fucking superficial injury that I sustained being a good fella, he's doing great.
Love it. Very nice. Lasmeeshma, how are you, sir?
Never better, my good man.
Good. Glad to hear. Bern, no mute button this week, so that's fun.
Yep.
Nice. Yeah, it's nice to be back. Nice to be back in full swing. I was gonna break your balls for not changing my background yet, but now I realize it's so much worse because I'm not gonna know when my background is changed. Like I know it'll happen, and I know it's not gonna be consistent.
It's a coming.
So yeah, it's actually a big dub for you guys.
Speaking of changing backgrounds, this is the Working Perspectives podcast. Let's get this thing started. Let's go.
It's our objective to be effective by voicing societies. Working perspective, exploring your day and how you get paid. Launching a new episode every Tuesday. Your day can transform while we inform with new episodes available on every platform. So check out our vibe and how we get live. Then do us a solid. Share and subscribe. We're just sharing. Working perspectives.
All right. On the show today, Liam and Steve will be bringing us topics from around the globe. The topics will be falling under 3 different categories. The categories are Stupid Is as Stupid Does, Incredibly Incredible, and Sports and Speds. Before we get into that real quick, though, I'd just like to say on the show this week, we aired the Gina Betlz episode. Good episode. Steve, you're absolutely right, and you're welcome. And then, yeah, really had fun with it. Thought it was good. Jana just brings nothing but hitters. But next week on the show, we'll be airing the Danielle Rothweiler episode. This bit, Danielle, I don't want to call her bitch. She's actually
I don't
really
want to cut you off, but that's the dopest last names. I love Rottweilers, and it's pretty close. Well, shout out to her.
You're gonna love her. She was in.
Is she a Rottweiler? Let's go, yo.
Dude, she was in Wolf of Wall Street, The Sopranos,
Oh,
Boardwalk Empire.
I'm like, last month I've just been rewatching Sopranos. I'm like season 5 right now. Who was she in The Sopranos?
She played. It's like she would, let's say, like a stripper,
an extra,
a big titted stripper.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Okay, hell yeah.
The blonde one, the tall blonde, or the smaller brunette? Because those 2 girls were in there for a while.
So, and then also in Wolf of Wall Street, the scene when John Berthnall gets out of prison and they have a party for him.
Yeah.
She's the hooker that she takes John Berthnall's head and rubs it in her tits.
I
That's
remember
her.
that scene, because it's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, and she's so badass. She runs like right now she runs a wedding planning company that's booked out till 2025. Right?
She a Jersey broad or what?
She's from Jersey. Yeah, she's
Figured
from Jersey.
that. You can't be in The Sopranos without being from Jersey.
But dude, she's super cool, really nice. I think she was in Playboy too. She said she did some she's done some stuff. But super awesome.
Hell yeah.
Super excited to have her on the show next week. But let's get to it right now. So first category is stupid is and stupid does. Strong Stem, I'm going to you. What do you got for stupid is as stupid does?
So this one's gonna get wild, right? We're gonna go to the Berezovka Recreational Center in Siberia, where a watchman, aka guard, was out front, right? They have a double humped camel, not a single hump, double humped camel out there, right? He walks out there, decides he has to move the camel, so he grabs the reins like a reindeer to pull it back, right? Like a horse, grips it up and goes to rip it, and it's all on video. And he rips it. The fucking camel looks back like, fuck you, dude, I'm not moving, right? So the camel, whose name was Uris, and the guy who did it was Yuri decides that he's going to spin around to the front. Yuri's 51 years old. He's fucking probably ex-military, walks around to the front, decides to give this fucking camel a right hook to his fucking face, right? Well, here's the problem. This double-humped camel weighs about, 1,100 pounds, right? So he decides that he's going to grip him up with his fucking teeth, give him the pit bull shake. Yeah, everybody's seen that. Throws his dumb ass, then runs over and just starts to hoof him to death and stomps this motherfucker to death on camera in front of a youth recreational center in Siberia.
Damn.
Wait, they let young people
what else do I
live
gotta
in
say?
Siberia? That was just a prison camp.
Russians? Oh no, Russians. Yeah, Russians fuck. They fuck. They be out there in Siberia. But again, this guy, it's on camera from the front, and he tries to, you see him like pull it, and the camel's like, dog, chill. And they said this camel was around children all the time, was like a super like nice camel. They had to put it down, which is fucked up because this guy, they on camera see him, he pulls it and the thing looks back like, chill, I ain't moving. He walks to the front and just fucking gives him one of them Vandalay Silva hooks, right? And the thing looks at him like, oh, we doing this? Say less. Grips him up with his teeth, shakes the fuck out of him. The dude flies as he's already bloody, then runs over and just fucking stops. And then a car rolls up. When the car rolls up, obviously it spooks him a little bit. He backs up like chill. And they come up there like, what? There's just blood all over the snow. Dude. It's just a huge pool. And that's what you get for punching an 1,100-pound animal.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Yuri.
When you say it out loud, right? It's like, wait, what you did? You punched an 1,100? Like, what are you thinking, bro? Like,
and I don't know, most people, like, especially, I would think he knows a little more about, I don't know, camels really fuck with Siberia, but I don't know why camels in Siberia, usually they're in the desert, but whatever. So, but it does, you have to know how I'm not going to walk up in America and punch a fucking horse in the face. No. Like, that thing is enormous and muscular and also a wild animal. That's a prey animal, right? It's not a predator. It's a prey animal. So he's ready when you strike. He's ready to go balls to the motherfucking wall to make sure his life doesn't end.
Well, let's say 1,100 pounds, right? And so what's this guy? Let's say he's let's just make it easy and say
200.
He weighs 200. Right. You know what I mean? If someone came up to me who weighed 45 pounds and punched me in the face, I would stomp that motherfucker into oblivion. Yep. I wouldn't think twice about it, and it would be hard.
My favorite part, though, is the pit bull shake.
If they were an adult.
Grabs it with its teeth first and then does the head shake. Because I have a rot pit that does it with his toys all the time. Usually fucking stuffing flies everywhere. He'll just grab that shit and fucking give it to John. I also saw him do it to a groundhog one time, which was traumatizing, whatever. But when they grab it and they do the fucking head shake and just shit flies everywhere, you're like, that's intense. It's almost like the gator roll. Everyone's seen a pit bull do the fucking neck shake on something.
Yeah. Dude, those kids are gonna talk about that forever.
Bro. In 20 years, the kids are gonna be
more timeout, pussy.
Yeah. That's some Yuri on Yuri crime right there. Kids, if any of you guys listen, call into the show. Fans of the show, listeners to the show. We want to get your unique perspective on that.
Yeah,
that's wild.
We are huge in Siberia for sure.
Right. That's right. Yeah. Shout out Siberia. And again, this guy, like, we're in Siberia, we're in Russia, dog. You're not like a wrestler. Every Russian's a wrestler. You didn't size up your opponent and go, I'm gonna take a little easy on this guy. That's like me walking up to the heavy. Yeah.
this can't be the first time, right?
Yeah.
This camel's like
new.
Like I'm
That's
sick
a
of
good
this
point.
guy.
I
That's
agree,
a good
Matt.
point.
I agree.
This is the last
That's a good point.
time, yay.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. And just
'Cause they said it's-
rips them to shreds.
And they said it was around the kids all the time. It was super polite to the kid. That's why they had it there, because like it was so good with the kids. So clearly this jerk off has done this multiple times. And he was like, you know what? This is the ready for this. This is the straw that breaks the camel's back. I'm fucking done with you, motherfucker.
Steve, I knew I loved you before, but I love you even more now.
Perfect.
Jesus Christ.
That was goddamn perfect.
Yeah.
God damn it.
That is the straw that broke the camel's
Shout
back.
Shout out Russia, man. Shout out Siberia.
Dude, I'll tell you, we are all too big of pussies to live in Siberia.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't fuck with the cold. I hate this fucking area because of the cold.
Yeah. It was like 40. It was actually nice today. And I was like, God, this is fucking shit. Siberia, God, we would be the biggest pussies.
Oh, yeah. No doubt.
I'm not living in Siberia. Yeah, forget it.
Look, you know, living in Siberia, your dick goes from like an average dick to the
Yeah,
smallest dick on the
probably.
planet. My John would be an innie at that point. It
It's
would
not
not
gonna
come
help
out.
me.
Oh,
That's not gonna help me at
hell
all.
no.
That's not
Jesus
gonna
Christ.
increase my happiness.
Yeah, we're all
Jesus
gonna be
Christ.
the turtle's gonna be hibernating for the winter there. You
No
kidding me?
stem, all head.
Oh my God. So all right. Steve, that was pretty great. Shout out Yuri the camel.
Yeah. Shout out
One
Yuri,
respect.
who
R.I.P.
who had to be put down, but went out like a fucking true one.
Went out, you know, undefeated.
On his terms. Terms.
Yeah. Very nice. All right, let's keep it moving. Lasmeeshma, what do you got for stupid is and stupid does?
So we're going to Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Of course.
We all know that
Yes.
when you go out to buy coffee, you get it at Starbucks, you're getting overcharged, right?
Right.
Yep.
Right.
Well, a couple in Tulsa went, grabbed 2 cups of coffee from Starbucks. When they went to check their statement, they got charged almost $4,500 for 2 cups of coffee. They sat on hold for 30 to 40 minutes with Starbucks. Starbucks says it must have been a human error because they were charged $4,444.44 for gratuity. The 2 cups of coffee normally cost $10 or whatever.
Yeah.
So they're like, listen.
The button got stuck.
Yeah. So after they're waiting all this time and everything, Starbucks is like, oh, you know, it was a computer error, blah, blah, blah. Tell you what, we'll send you 2 checks in the mail. Okay. So they send them 2 checks in the mail, split evenly I don't know if it's split evenly, but came out to the 4,400, whatever.
Right.
They deposit the checks. What happens?
They bounced.
The checks bounce immediately.
What?
So,
Starbucks not doing great.
Yeah. So
Really?
Is this not some Nigerian prince shit right here? Like, did they just get totally hosed?
I can't imagine how furious these people had to be at this point.
Oh, bro.
Seeing that check bounce, like, I just feel like your heart would drop. I'd be like, I'm gonna kill somebody. You know what I mean?
You're homicidal. You're for sure homicidal at that point.
Bitch would have charged me already $37 for 2 ventis or whatever the fuck they call them.
Yeah.
They get on the phone with Starbucks again, and they say, yeah, okay, we'll send you 2 more checks in the mail. They still haven't received the checks to this day. I'd be like, you charged my card. Fucking send it to the card.
Yeah. Refund it to the fucking card. What is the problem?
Jesus Christ.
The card's linked to my account. I don't know about you guys, but if $4,400, well, first of all, we don't have $4,400.
I would be like,
just laying around
that fucking register.
But if we,
yeah,
like, I got a phishing email the other day, and it was like, hey, it was like this shitty email. It was like, listen, I've broken into your phone and I've installed viruses and I've watched your internet searches and your pornography, and you have 2 days to pay me $1,590. And I was like, if this motherfucker hacked into my phone, he would know that there ain't no 1,500 and there ain't no 95. Like, bro, if you knew who I was, you would be like, can I get like 112? And I'd be like, oh, it's pretty tight this month, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Maybe I'll send you a check.
Yeah, if somebody sent that to me, I'd be like, go ahead, post it, dickhead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now listen,
like,
I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I gotta be real honest. If this was me, I got a little. Maybe a nut or 2 loose. I'm shooting up the first fucking Starbucks I see. Everybody
bro.
And not the baristas or whatever the fuck you call the coffee broads. I'm not like acting like I'm gonna shoot but I'm gonna shoot the coffee machine. I'm gonna shoot the thing you mix coffee with. I'm gonna shoot every additive you have. Everything's getting shot.
I just walk in and start taking stuff.
Yeah,
I'd be like, this is mine. This is mine. This is mine. I'll be back every day until I get $4,000.
Dude, I mean, how much does the average Starbucks make in a day? Like, if you went there every day for a week, right? Like, I'm just saying, like, you should be like, empty the fucking cash register until my shit's fucking paid back. Because technically, this is theft. They stole this fucking money.
100%.
Well, they did like file a police report with Tulsa police and everything.
Goddamn right.
Yeah. And now that this article's out, I'm thinking, Starbucks will probably wise up and just
double their money.
Send it to them electronically. Starbucks should have been on the phone like, sure, we'll send it to your bank account. That's fucking bullshit. Yeah. Venmo doesn't even need your routing number, and they can send money right to your card.
Yeah.
So you better believe Starbucks can fucking do it too.
Yeah.
What an incredible like amount of hubris and like ego to be like, we have convinced people to pay $8 for a cup of coffee. And also, if we steal $4,000 from them, we'll figure it out. They'll be okay. Like, no, Starbucks, they won't be okay.
Now, I got to be fucking real honest. Is the most surprising part of this story that people in Tulsa, Oklahoma have money to go to Starbucks? I'm just being fucking honest. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to shit on nobody. I'm just saying, right?
Dude, has anyone been to Tulsa?
Absolutely fucking
we had a guest on the show that's from Tulsa.
Did you see
Sheila Berry,
the Sylvester Stallone show?
I love it, dude.
It's pretty good.
I love it. Sly Stallone's my fucking hero, man. Anything he does.
Of meth. A lot of meth.
I was just wondering if Tulsa's actually like that, like how it is in the show. I was wondering if the city of Tulsa is actually like that, but I have no idea.
I'm sure there are some aspects of it that are very,
Now listen. Oklahoma shares a border with Texas, so you fuck around in Oklahoma, everybody got a gun. Everybody got a gun.
I think it shares. Does it share a border with Arkansas also? Maybe
it's the Razorbacks. Yes.
Yeah.
But I know to the south because it's the Red River rivalry or whatever. Oklahoma and Texas. Yeah.
But dude, no, dude, everyone's got a gun, and I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
They have one of the things they'll do too is that they drive it like they have this thing where because everyone has farms there, you can get your driver's license for like tractors and stuff at like the age of like 13 or
12.
Whatever.
12. So a girl who was on my niece's softball team. Shout out them U14 national champs. But her family moved out to Kansas, and in Kansas on the property, she's already driving trucks, tractors. My niece is so mad. I'm like, don't let her drive cars like I did here. He was like, look how you turned out. No, we're not going to let her drive cars early. Don't do that. We're not going to do that.
Yeah.
But you're allowed to drive farm equipment on your own property when you're like 12 years old out in those Midwestern states.
Yeah, dang. Nice. All right, cool. Well, that was good. Dude, hey, that was some great fucking stupid is and stupid does, boys. Let's keep this shit going. Let's move on to Incredibly Incredible. Steve, I'm going to start with you again. What do you got for Incredibly Incredible?
Sure. So we're going to swing out to Wellington, New Zealand, right? We go on the other side of the world. In New Zealand, their Navy is in a joint command with a bunch of other people to help with maritime drug trade, right? So the Navy decides they're going to cruise out there to a spot, six-day cruise outside of New Zealand, in between New Zealand and Australia, and see what's going on because they're monitoring some things with drones and shit. They see some boat, blah, blah, blah. They get out there. Well, they see these things floating, so they decide to go investigate. They go out there, and it's 81 bales of cocaine. Those 81 bales happen to weigh out to 3.5 tons.
What?
Which turns out to be
pure coke?
Which turns out to be $316 million worth of blow floating in the middle of the ocean. So they scoop it all the fuck up, bring it back to New Zealand, right? And they're gonna destroy it.
Yeah, sure.
just to put salt in the wound. The dickhead cop who runs the maritime police for New Zealand, he just had to throw this jab at Australia. He said it was going. This is my favorite part. Said it was going to Australia from New Zealand, right? And that in in Australia, it was enough to supply their entire demand for 1 year. And in New Zealand, it was enough to supply their demand for 30 years.
Damn.
That bull's full of shit. Shut the fuck up, yo. Why are you sitting on New Zealand?
Well, I'll tell you. Oh yeah, I'll tell you this. So Johnny Mitchell, fan of the show, listener of the show, he's a comedian and he was an ex-con too. He has a podcast. It's a really good show. But he has talked on the show that in Australia, Coke is like fucking huge in Australia.
No shit, dog. Anywhere you go, everything kills and eats you if you don't. They only live on the coast in Australia. The second you go to the interior, everything kills you. The second you touch the water, everything eats you. Australia is the most deadliest place on the fucking planet. And obviously, Crocodile Dundee and Steve Irwin might have had a little bit of a tricky nose, you know?
I mean, he said,
Steve Irwin.
Oh, dude, legend.
But
no, dude, I'm saying, apparently it backs up. Like,
listen,
they consume. Australia consumes a lot of cocaine.
Now, listen, when Crocodile Dundee said, "That's not a knife. This is a knife." He wasn't talking about stabbing. He used the big lines. He was putting
dipping a little.
He's gonna pull up
that ain't a key bump. That's what they call a machete bump.
Yay,
dude! Bro. And like in their houses, they find like the biggest fucking spiders.
And like dogs. You ever see the ones that eat birds and shit? It's like the size of a house cat. Fuck that, yo. Fuck that. Too much for me.
Too much is right.
Just like Siberia, no desire to go to Australia.
Nice. All right. So
unless those bales show up on time.
Dude,
then maybe we make a trip.
Shout out Australia. Shout out Arabella Del Busso. That was a guest on the show. She's from Australia, fighting in Nashville, April 8th. Also, we have to make another announcement. So friend of the show, former
I'm
guest.
Pregnant.
Yep, Steve's knocked up. He got knocked up by some hooas.
He's pregnant.
So another announcement is, hold on. So
do I get leave if I'm pregnant?
Sure, you have to talk to our HR department.
Hell yeah, I know the guy. I know him.
Apparently you do. You're in the HR office all the time. We'll say that. But former guest of the show, friend of the show, Oliver Asiron. His wife, Kate Asiron, the musical artist Kate Asiron, she has a show this weekend, February 11th, at the Kelly Center in Havertown.
Hell yeah.
Go check it out. She's a great artist, got some great tunes. It's going to be a great time. Matt? Yeah.
What kind of artist? Like, what's she do? She's a singer?
Country singer. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, like country rock, kind of, we'll say. Yeah.
But
she's awesome. Her husband's a great dude. She's scheduled to be a guest on the show also. So dude, I mean, when you get to see a pro do their thing and tear it down, like always a good time. So February 11th at the Kelly Center in Havertown. Kate Asiron, you can check her out on Kate Asiron. I think Kate Asiron Music is her handle. But either way, do us a favor, check it out, support. Really going to be a good time. So just wanted to put that in there. Also, coming up April 8th, guest of the show, friend of the show, Arabella Del Busso, Australia's queen, the queen of Down Under, the Australian badass, is fighting in Nashville, Tennessee. If everything works out, we could be doing a live recording from there. Who knows? Taking the show on the road.
On the road, it's a road trip.
So, I mean, that would be incredible if we could do it. But either way, gonna hopefully I just wanted to shout that out. So we're gonna be supporting her as well. But okay, let's keep it moving. Oh,
I also want to make one more shout out. We're also gonna take a road trip to Uganda and chill with the guy with 568 kids.
Yeah.
We're gonna go see how he does it.
Fan show, listener to the show. Also, so in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, there's a guy's named Sean Williams. Have you ever heard of him, Steve?
Sure have.
He's on the show this weekend. Me and Rich are interviewing him.
Hell yeah.
He's doing a seminar at the gym at Henzo.
Hell yeah.
And so he wanted to be on the show after the seminar, so we're gonna interview him then.
That's sick.
Nice.
Hell yeah, Matt. Hell yeah, Matt.
Very cool.
Yeah. So Steve, your thoughts? Justin, should I have a co-host?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
he's way this kid. That's like putting he'd be trying to survive in the ocean without knowing how to swim.
If Justin was there and he was just like Justin just being like he doesn't have to.
One time I beat up my redheaded brother. You're like,
right,
shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
If he just doesn't talk about fighting at all and is just normal, funny Justin, it's fine.
Yeah,
but if he starts talking about like fighting in any way, everyone there is just.
I once got in a fight with a shut the fuck up. You were 10. Shut up.
I love him, but you know what are you?
But shut the fuck up.
Right. Okay. So let's keep it moving. What do you got for incredibly incredible Lasmeeshma?
I'm keeping it light and I'm keeping it local.
Love it.
Hell yeah!
So this one was amazing to me because my kid is like around this age, and I couldn't like believe it when I read it. A 9-year-old kid from Bucks County just graduated high school. So
shut the fuck.
The Rain Man?
Yeah,
Jesus Christ.
He's super fucking smart. So
Jesus Christ.
He was like he obviously like tested out of like all regular elementary school. Dude, he's 9 years old. That's third fucking grade. That age is third grade. My kid is one grade before that. So this is like insane to think about. He tested all the way through. Then he took high school through like it's called Reach Cyber Charter School.
Yeah.
And he like killed it there. He ended up graduating like halfway through this year. He's taking courses in Bucks County Community College now, but they're looking for like next year they're going to enroll him in like some kind of university. He's going to be 10 years old in fucking college. He wants to be an astrophysicist and study black holes and supernovas. This kid is fucking ridiculous, dude. And like both his parents have like, you know, they like have advanced degrees and everything. No, his parents are smart, but to be 9 years old and be like, going off to college is pretty insane.
Go ahead,
Steve. Yeah.
Can I guess the race? Is he an Asian?
Nope.
Damn it. He's a white bull.
Nope.
Indian.
Nope.
Holy shit. Because Asians and Indians are always the best with school.
What's the last race you're going to guess, Steve?
I don't know, dog. I'm all out of fucking guesses. After that, I mean, what the fuck? Asians and Indians are always the ones.
He's a black bull.
Hell yeah, bull.
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah.
Wow.
Shout
I'm
not
surprised. I'm not surprised by that at all.
I am the most surprised because it's always Asians and Indians who put the most emphasis on the curriculum of.
Remember Smart Guy? That show that was on TV back in the day
with Taj Mowry.
Yeah.
His name's David Belogun.
Hell yeah, David.
Dude,
David hard, yo.
He's also working on earning his black belt in martial arts. It doesn't say what martial arts, but it's probably
Bern
9 years old.
Karate.
Bern, hold on. Let's do this real quick. Bern, you didn't I want to ask you this, Bern. Okay.
Sure.
So in beautiful Bucks County, Pennsylvania, there's a young gentleman, 9 years old, right?
Oh no, bangs 30-year-old girls.
You heard?
Well, I was looking for my headphones, but I heard what you guys were talking about. Sure, like maybe he'll solve the world energy problem, but like, I don't know.
Did you happen to hear?
Intramurals at 11, like dodgeball is going to be tough.
Well, okay.
Tough in college.
Did you? So Steve attempted to guess the race of this young man. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear that part. No, I didn't hear that part.
Would you be willing to guess the race of this young man? 9 years old, super genius, just graduated high school at the age of 9. Give us your guess on his race.
Can I ask you 2 questions?
Sure.
That won't be about race. Are his parents super smart?
Yes.
Yeah, his parents both have advanced degrees, it says.
Oh, okay. Were his parents born in the United States?
I don't know.
It appears so. It doesn't say, but it doesn't say anything about his parents immigrating from anywhere or anything like that.
I'm going to stick with the Working Perspectives podcast philosophy. Nigerian.
No.
I mean, he is black.
No. Oh, I thought you guys were setting me up for the Nigerian with the, because Nigerians have super hardworking parents and then super
he's 3 years
kids.
away. He's 3 years away from pulling scams for sure.
My guess was Nigerian.
Yeah.
But,
he's 3 years away from calling me and telling me he's gonna.
Where's he
if
from?
I don't pay him, I got
Jersey?
ransom.
Bucks County, PA.
Bucks County. I should have paid more attention to that. But you said he was not white.
He is
I know.
not
And
white.
everybody,
Then I got no
99%
fucking
of Bucks
idea.
County is white. Yeah,
Then I don't know. I haven't lived in Philly for like 7 years. Maybe Bucks County's changed, but
But when me and Steve were doing it, we were like Asian.
I went through everything. Indian,
Yeah.
well, first two.
believe me,
like,
if I
oh,
could
is he
run my top
it was the
three,
last guess. I feel so bad.
No,
Not
I would have
right.
gone. Listen, Asian, Indian.
Everyone would have
we're,
gone.
We're in the mix.
Everyone's going Asian Indian number one.
I
You
just
know
kept
what I
thinking
mean?
of your
You
boy
kidding me?
and that conversation about how like who's your boy? The Nigerian dude, the Nigerian prince. Who,
Oh,
like,
Steve's boy.
Emo
Neria
Okay, I just
Honka.
saw him.
He's
I
a
saw him right
beast.
before he came here.
and his sister's also like an insane beast, and his parents are beasts, and it's just
Yes.
it's just like that's the culture is like show up.
One sister's a
Dominate.
doctor, one's a lawyer. The other
Yeah.
was the greatest basketball player
Yeah.
you ever saw.
Yeah, that was my inspiration for Nigerian. I
Yep.
thought the working perspective was going for something. Maybe he is. I don't know. Let's look at the family tree.
Very well.
Yeah, when you
could
say
be.
black, you didn't follow the family tree. He's not like a black Dominican. He could be a black
Yeah.
Nigerian.
Who knows?
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Could be any.
Who knows?
You know, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't look that deep into it. They didn't have his 23andMe like on file.
Honestly, we should start asking people that question and just see their answer and be like, how uncomfortable can we make?
That's going to go
you?
for 2.5 episodes, and it's going to be like, okay, we're not doing that anymore. That's a
We
wrap
just
on
got
that.
flagged.
I just can't wait to
Okay,
clip
all
this
right.
and get kicked off
Nothing
of
to
Instagram.
see here,
There's
folks.
nothing
to see here.
Nothing I used to laugh more at when a guy's like, I'm Dominican. I'm like, because you speak Spanish, I get it, but your heritage is not. You're as black as my Nigerian friend. There's an African in your bloodline. You just don't become that dark and say you're Dominican. Stop.
Mhm. So
We should probably cut that.
yeah. All right, let's keep it moving.
Sorry,
then.
Steve muted me on that one. I couldn't comment.
Yeah, let's keep it moving. We're going to
Fuck
sports
you.
and sped.
Sports and spades.
Smoosh, go ahead.
Pretty good. You're just gonna let us just run wild. You didn't even tell us who goes. We just figure it out. You want us to go at the same time?
All right, let's go, Liam.
Alrighty. So a Oklahoma high school basketball game
Back in
ended.
Oklahoma.
We're in Oklahoma again. Ended with a score of 4-2. This is a high school
The fuck?
men's basketball game
Varsity?
in Oklahoma. Yes.
What?
It ended with a
varsity.
It ended with a score of 4-2. Okay.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
guessing no shot clock in Oklahoma.
This is-
Everyone
yeah.
quit.
So
Hold on,
so that
should we guess the race of the players in this game?
you know what? On the little Twitter thing, it is like two white
think they're-
kids like
I think they're
tipping
fans
off.
of the show.
They're
Listeners of the
jumping
show.
for.
Fans of the show, listeners of the show,
Fan of
for
the
sure.
show, listen
Not-
to the show.
Not a white man sport.
No.
So they're the Weatherford Eagles and
Hell
the Anarakto Warriors.
Tell me the
Dude,
Eagles won. Tell me the Eagles had 4.
The
But, like-
Eagles did win. They had
Nice.
so
Who's
it-
got one this week?
Liam, does it say the amount of shots on goal?
Yeah,
on,
what-
on the whatever.
Yeah, so
Maddie, you okay?
Weatherford.
Field goal attempts?
So
Field
Weather-
goal
goal?
attempts.
On
Whether-
the goal.
Yeah.
I'm
dude, come on.
5'11" and I'm white, guys.
Matt's also from Oklahoma, apparently.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not playing basketball.
So, dude, Weatherford scored like almost immediately. They scored
yeah.
they scored right away, scored 2 points. But then when Anadarko got the ball back, dude, they like
Game
held
over.
on to the ball like forever. They held on to the ball forever. No more points were scored for the rest of the first half. So they
Jesus
scored that
Christ.
too real quick.
Wow.
Sorry, I lied. Right before half, Weatherford, they stole the ball. There was a breakaway. They
Hell
scored.
yeah.
They were up 4-0.
Layup line.
In the second half, Anadarko, they tried to close the gap. They scored 2, and it was 4-2. And at the end of the game, they shot a 3-pointer at the buzzer and missed it. So the other team won 4-2.
Now,
Wait,
now
so
this
is there no shot clock?
Yeah,
Now,
there's
hold on.
There's no
Hold
shot
on.
clock in Pennsylvania.
This is
40 states in high school, they don't use a shot clock.
This is gonna fucking sting, Bern. They gave him the 85 Nova treatment.
They did. Oh, they sure did. Dwayne McClain, baby.
Just stand in the corner and dribble, motherfucker. Do not let Ewing touch the ball no more. Just stand in the corner and hold the ball.
Hey, if it works, it works.
Hey, Pat Ewing. You're going to block anybody because we're not going to shoot the fucking ball at all.
What a great strategy. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And the funny thing is the whole team was high on cocaine. The whole Villanova team was all coked up. Like they were.
Whenever they do the documentaries on that, they just forget to mention that a lot.
How did you not shoot when you're all blowed up? Like I would just want to drive the hole and fucking try something. They're like, just keep dribbling. Stay over there and keep.
That's what it was. This is a bunch of dudes just like.
So the people covering.
Just dribbling.
just dribbling.
Just focus. Really focus. Just dribbling for 30 seconds.
The people covering this story said it appeared that the Anadarko team, like the Warriors, it appeared that they did not want to shoot. You know what I mean? Like they were running around with the ball the whole time, trying not to shoot. But you have to assume the other team having only 4 points, they didn't want to shoot either.
No.
So, you know what I mean? Like that feels like something you have to try to do. And
6-year-olds get above 4-2.
Yeah.
They're terrible. They're terrible.
I've seen women's games that have scored more points.
My son was playing. We just got him into like hoops not that long ago. And like it's not good, but like the rims are 6 foot. They all shoot 9%. You know, from the field, it's still better than
they score more than 4-2.
Yep.
Yeah. Like
my cousin, we go watch his kid play, like because my daughter and them are real close, and those kids score more than 4-2. You know what I mean? And they're 8 years old. So
and they suck.
And they play on a floor that's carpet. Like you're wild. Like they still score more.
I remember I had a second cousin, my second cousin LeBray, when she
sounds real Oklahomish, but keep going.
She's
Maddie, where the fuck are you from? I thought you were from France.
You fucking cunt. But no, I remember she was like really good at playing basketball, and she had a kids game where the score was 12-4, and she had scored 10 points. You know,
like Michael Jordan, the female version is your second cousin's kid.
Right.
Nice.
So
shout out that kid. Shout out
she's
that kid.
A young Cheryl
Hell yeah.
Miller.
Hell yeah. No, Dawn Staley.
Young Dawn.
We're going to keep it around the way, Amy.
So
but you can do worse than Cheryl too. I mean, Reggie Miller talks about like my sister just bodying me up in the backyard and being like, "But I'm so much taller and I'm so much more athletic."
And Cheryl,
but I'm better.
Cheryl also doesn't have the resume of Dawn. Dawn was
no one has the resume.
NCAA champ, coach of both of all of them. Yeah. Dawn has the big.
Where's she right now? Is she South Carolina?
South Carolina. Right? Yep.
Yeah. You see her. She was rocking all her Eagles gear and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
she told Rashid she doesn't want to hear a fucking peep for him for the next 2 months because Rasheed Wallace, a legend from Gratz,
love him,
is a big Chiefs fan. So which is so weird. And Dawn Staley put it out that I don't want to hear a peep from Rasheed for 2 months. So shout out Dawn for telling Rasheed to suck these nuts.
So while you guys already hate my guts, I guess I'll bring it up.
I wish I had the mute button.
Let's just get.
I wish I had the mute
all
button.
In, right? Sixers Celtics. They're actually playing right now. They're on TV right now. The Celtics are up 3 or 4, but it's a close game.
Do they have a bunch of shots on goal?
They have so many shots on goal, Maddie. Their penalty kill is unbelievable. Their penalty kill is unbelievable.
Yeah, Matt. Yeah.
But so
I can't be prouder of you calling it a goal. It just makes you the more wrestling meathead I know.
Celtics are up 10.
Me and my little brothers used to always go to the Celtics Sisters games
score goals
in Philly.
Yeah.
And so we got to sit behind Rasheed Wallace's. He was on the Celtics at the time. It was later, end of his career. We got to sit behind his family in like cheap seats.
Real North Philly people,
like a Wednesday night 7:30 game in like December. Nothing's going, nothing on the stakes.
Yeah,
it was the greatest time I've ever had at a sporting event. Like by the end of it, the entire section. Now we were Celtics fans, and they were rooting for the Celtics because Rasheed was on the team, but they were all Sixers fans. So it was this weird, and the rest of the section was Sixers fans. It was this weird mix. By the end of it, it was some serious kumbaya shit. But everyone was just yelling "fuck you" at somebody on the court. Like it was kumbaya in the most aggressive Philly sports way. And I was like honored to be a part of it. I'm like, man, we just snuck in on this. Like what a time we get, because all those families, they're wearing jerseys that are, the front of them are Celtics and the back of them are Gratz.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Yeah.
Shout out Gratz.
And there were like 21 people there. Like they had several rows to themselves. It was the
All
best time I've
related.
ever had at a live sporting event in my entire life. Sorry.
And smoking weed in the stadium, but whatever.
Yeah, well, we didn't get invited. We didn't get invited to that part. But maybe next time.
They used to have a packet like Sixers tickets. They used to give away. They used to have a package called Guys Night where it was like
$4.
It was like four tickets, 4 beers, 4 hot dogs, and then at halftime you could hang out with the cheerleader. Yeah, and for $80.
Basically, got your dick sucked. Yeah.
It was like all,
That was the like right after Iverson left, like a year or two after Iverson.
Chris Webber was on the team.
It was like, all right,
they
guys,
were trying to call Andre Iguodala AI. You're like, don't say that. Stop saying that.
That's an insult. That's insulting, dude.
And it's also not a shit on Andre, but like,
that's true. AI never won a Finals MVP.
But Andre looked over at him like, "Chill, dog. Like,
that's a joke.
I don't need you guys. I don't need you guys to call me AI. Like, calm the fuck down. Like, I'm not. Yeah, chill. That's chill.
Yeah, but he wasn't. I mean, he did, incredible things in his career, but he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready to be a leader at that time. He wasn't, 100%. And he admits it.
Fresh out of Arizona, like, your boy ain't know what he's fucking doing.
Dude, I remember the night AI
great
came
career
back
when all said and done.
When he came back with the Nuggets the first night. When Tom got tickets and we all went there, that place was fucking rock.
One of the best defensive players ever. Lock people to fuck up.
Yeah. Yep. All right, so that was a great Sports and Speds Lasmeeshma. Does it have the number of field goals taken?
Yeah,
attempted.
Why did you smile like that?
Attempted.
1, 2, 3. So 4. So it's 4 total. It looks like.
Hey, but hold on.
So they weren't shooting and missing. They were legit just like.
Oh yeah, they were just holding on to the ball.
Hold on, ready for this?
And no fouls.
Hold on, ready for this? Still a much better field goal percentage than the Cowboys kicker.
Oh, hey.
What's that guy doing right now? What's his off season like?
Fucking
his hot tub being like,
sock.
no, I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. I can do it.
I
can do it.
Cool.
It was the wind.
He's just
it was
looking
the wind.
at his foot
like the holder. He laces out. What the fuck?
Also,
Finkel is Einhorn. Einhorn is Finkel.
Finkel is Einhorn.
Could you imagine if you're a crowd watching that game, right? And you see a kid with the ball.
I'd leave. I would leave.
But do you ever think like the tension was so gripped to the people that were watching it? Like if someone has it and fakes a shot, is the crowd like, like getting ready and then, like was that there?
The momentum, yeah.
Or it would be even better if they attempted like 50 attempts, right? And
it was still 4-2.
Yeah, and they kept missing, and every time the crowd's like,
all of the forwards have like 26 rebounds. Like nothing's going in. Like everyone's like,
147 rebounds.
Yeah, every team had 100 rebounds.
Oh, that's wild.
I'd have way more respect for the coaches if they were at least shooting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So they actually voted on like implementing a shot clock. But because the president of like the sports association for that league vetoed it, there's no shot clock. They were gonna have one.
Fuck that guy.
Like starting in 2024 or something, but he vetoed it, so now they'll never have one.
Do you think could this be like a rebellion? Like were there 2 coaches who were like, oh, you don't want to do a shot clock? All right, fucker.
Yeah,
check
this out.
Watch this shit game.
Yeah,
that we're gonna have
you don't
right
want
now.
Shot clocks around here? Well, fuck your mother. Here we go.
4-2.
Yeah, because you 100% have to try to do that, you know?
And listen, if that's the case, fuck both those coaches because you're pieces of shit and not teaching the sport the way it should be. You fucking losers.
Yeah.
So those kids get like nothing out of it. You know what I mean?
Fuck out of here. Youth. I coach youth wrestling. Shoot till you miss, homie. Like you're a little kid. Fair. It doesn't mean nothing.
You know what? Shooting, baby.
Right.
That's fair.
Right.
I was a terrible little league player, but everyone's favorite was Mr. Hogan because Mr. Hogan was called strikes, and he was like, "Yeah, you're 9. Swing the fucking bat,
motherfucker." 100%.
Yeah.
No one's up here to walk. Like I'm calling strikes, man.
Dog, this ain't the World Series.
Go home.
100%. I agree with that philosophy.
Right. That's kind of
that's nice. Yeah, no, that was great. Good shit, Lasmeeshma. Strong Sam, what do you got? Sports and Speds.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it homegrown. You thought Liam was keeping it homegrown with Bucks County? Fuck Bucks County. I'm going Montgomery County. I'm going Pembroke Middle School to start, right? So I happened to witness with my own 2 eyes this weekend, we went to Pembroke for a dual match on Saturday. Wild weekend for me. So Saturday, the youth event, there were 6 mats, right? So they set up 3 mats in one, or 4 mats in one gym, 3 in the other, or 2 in the other. The 2 were the older guys. I coach the older guys for the youth organization. Shout out North Penn Youth Wrestling. So I have my mat, right? So it's a tri-meet nowadays. So we have Methacton, Penn Ridge, and North Penn together, right? Happens to be that 2 of my boys were there at the time that this happened. And it was one of the matches where it was a Penn Ridge feller versus a Methacton feller. So I'm off the mat, right? We're on like 3 different corners. So like your kids just get circled in constantly all day, right? It's a fucking 10-hour ordeal. You want to fucking blow your brains out by the end.
Yeah.
But so I have a break. I turn around and it's 2 8-year-olds. They go out there, very inexperienced. The first, the kid from Methacton has a little more experience, takes the 8-year-old from Penn Ridge, throws him to his back, right? And in wrestling, for anyone that's never been in a one-on-one combat situation, you have no idea what it's like to have another man like hold you down against your will, right? It's the most
Or
awful.
if you're an altar boy, you might have that, but you know.
But that's different because the guy's way bigger. I hear you. But like when it's a guy your same size, Matt knows there's nothing worse on this planet than getting dominated by right. So this kid gets thrown to his back. So when you're a little kid, what do? You're emotional, right? It's an emotional thing. You cry, right? So the kid starts crying. He's not hurt. He's not injured. He's just crying because he knows he got fucked up. Yes, 100%, dog. This will crush your fucking soul when another man does it.
That's one thing people don't know. There was a lot of crying in wrestling.
Especially youth wrestling, dog. You have no idea.
Nothing's more personal. Like basketball's fine, but like one-on-one combat sport, like when someone gets you, you're like, I have just been gotten in front of God and everyone, and that guy got me.
And I also explained to my youth wrestlers that 95% of this planet will never have the courage to do what you do, to step on that tape and shake another man's hand, right? Because like in swimming or track or the other one-on-one sports, basically, I can't grab over and hold your head under or leg kick the guy running next to me. In wrestling, it's very physical, right? So to be dominated physically is a fucking sad thing. Yeah. So the kid's crying on the bottom, right? Newbies from Methacton, clearly never been part of the sport. Dad, though, clearly big dude, work boots on, dirty jeans, flannel, fucking Carhartt hat. I'm like, this guy works concrete and's ready to fucking spaz. Mom, very cute. Sister, very cute. Mom, clearly like 70 years old. The kid this is their kids on the bottom getting pinned. He starts crying, right? Now the mom's crying, the aunt's crying, the grandmom's crying. They're all losing their mind. Mom decides she's going to take it into her own hands and run out on the mat. Not my guys, right? So I'm out of this. I'm out of the loop on this. Grabs the other 8-year-old, not her son, by the back of the singlet and rips him the fuck off of her kid, right?
Whoa.
And she's like, he's crying, right? Like,
he's hurt, she thinks, right? Because again, you can't fuck with a mother and her child like that. I get it.
But also,
I don't get it.
Skiing next year. Like he'll never go back to a team sport based on his school. Like that's
wrestling's done. Team sports for him for now on. Team sports for him now on.
Well, she just made it that much worse for him.
Hold on, it gets even better. She runs out, grabs him by the shirt or by the singlet, pulls this other whose mom clearly wasn't there, otherwise they would have brawled. Pulls this kid off. The dad runs out on the mat. The ref has no idea what to do. Who's a longtime high school ref? That Matt, if you saw him, you would know him. This guy's a fucking stunod. Yeah. He's not taking control of anything. The dad runs out, picks the mom up, bear hugs her, picks her up. She still has the other kid in her hand. Now everybody's in the air. She drops the kid. He pulls her off the mat. The grandmom's crying. The aunt's crying. Dude. The mom's full blown.
And this all happens in a matter of like 10 seconds.
Seconds, dog. Yeah. I'm making it sound like it's a big, so quick. Kevin was actually there because he knows a bunch of the kids that he trains. He was like, what the fuck was that? I was like, dog, this does happen, right? So that's Saturday. Sunday, we have a youth tournament again at Upper Dublin.
Wait, that was the warm-up?
No, that was just a dual match. So it's this is the warm-up. It gets better.
That was the warm-up. Oh my god.
This is just how wild wrestling gets, right?
Okay.
All right. So Saturday I do this. He pulls them off. Now we go to Upper Dublin. We stay in Montgomery County. It's just all the same. This is a wild weekend for me. I'm fucking so tired because we were there for 10 hours that day. Go home, wake up fucking 6 in the morning, go back to Upper Dublin. It's a youth tournament, right? There's 20 guys now. It's an individual, no team. So there's like 30 different teams there. We get there. I'm coaching one of my guys with another coach. And the mat next to us, we hear all this commotion. So a 12-year-old, big 12-year-old from Pottsgrove, big 12-year-old kid was like 130 pounds, right? Was wrestling a girl. was beating the snot out of her. Tough kid, right? Beating the snot out of her. This girl, shout out this girl, love her, throws him in a headlock, pins him in the third period with like 30 seconds left, right? Demoralizing. This kid gets up, punches the fucking corny ref right in his face.
How old
Right
is this
hook.
kid?
12.
Okay.
Right, 130 pound, big 12-year-old.
Okay.
Right hooks the fuck out of this ref who's a piece of shit, a nerd, is terrible ref. He deserved it. Whatever. I'm not going to condone it, but in the back of my head, I'm like,
you did say he deserved
in the back of my head, I'm like, fuck yeah, punch that dude, right? Because he's been an asshole all day.
You wanted to punch that guy earlier.
Oh my God.
Talks down to parents, talks to kids like they're pieces of shit. This guy's the worst.
Yeah.
Punch this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
So the kid punches him. This is where it gets really good. So the Pottsgrove coach runs out. I don't know who this noodle is. Complete noodle. Tries to grab the kid. The kid it looks like a drag pool that you would see at like a fucking redneck 4x4 event. This kid is drag pulling this coach across the mat to get back at the ref. The coach can't corral this kid. He literally cannot stop.
Too big, too strong. Too big, too strong.
Get back. He's fucking 12.
But he's got a low center of gravity and a high weight. Like that's a tough.
He's dragging this coach to get back at the ref. The ref is still holding his fucking cheek.
How big is the coach?
Not a big.
Not big enough.
Yeah.
Bigger than the kid, but not a big guy. But still a grown ass man. Getting drugged by the 12-year-old. Now other parents have to step in from other teams and block the kid from fighting the ref because the ref. I mean, what are you gonna do when a 12-year-old punches you? You gonna punch him back? No, it's not a viable option. You just have to eat it. Now he's holding his face, acting like a queer. They get in front of this kid. They stop him from doing it. Now the kid's losing his mind. He throws his fucking headgear. I'm not gonna maybe I wasn't cheering him on. Whatever. Throws his headgear into the fucking stands. He's pointing at people like he's stone cold. All he needed was a beer thrown in, and this was a WWF match. Yeah. He's pointing at people, telling everyone, "Fuck you, fuck you, you ain't shit. I was winning. You're a piece of shit. That was a quick pin." I was like, "This is a long 2 days for me."
He's got some heart.
No, fuck no, he wasn't right. That girl had him dead to rights, and that motherfucker was flat as a board.
Yeah,
he just couldn't. He couldn't accept
it. Yeah,
100%.
This is where we missed Mr. Lavelle, right? He would have just fired 2 shots into the air. Everyone would have calmed down.
So it's funny you say that, Bert.
It's
funny that you say that, right? It's funny that you say that because me and my buddy had a conversation about this, right? And he said, "Here's the problem with nowadays. What would have happened if you would have done that when you were youth, right? I was a wild guy, very emotional too.
Your own father would have run outside and beat your run on the court and beat your
No. That would have been my second. If I was still alive, that would have been the second helping. Our youth coach, shout out Lester, Mr. Freiling, would have gripped me up by my neck, drugged me out of that fucking gym, and looked me dead in the face and said, "You will never show up to my practice again," right? So I had a conversation with all our guys because a lot of them saw it the next day on Monday. I had a big conversation with all the kids about how there's a respect with wrestling. That kid does the same workout you do. There's a mutual, just like MMA or any combat sport. There's a mutual respect because that kid went through the same shit you did.
Want to do it
100%, right? But we were talking about it and we were like, the sad part is nothing's going to happen to that kid. What's going to happen is he's going to go back to practice. There's going to be no consequences. Back in the day, if it was me or Matt, you're never wrestling again. My dad was like, "I'm so embarrassed. You will never, ever go back to that, whatever it was."
If you do, it's because you have to be like a stand-up 12-year-old to be like, "I'm going to go to my coach's house, ring his doorbell, say,
apologize
hey, coach,
to him.
I'm sorry," or I'm
go to the ref's house,
somebody
apologize
on the phone
to him,
and say, "This is who I am, and I'm accountable. Like if I want to do this anymore, I got to go do the hard couple of things to go do that."
There's been plenty of times, and I think me and Steve have both been here, where it's like you lose a tough match, you're upset.
I've lost my mind before.
Yeah, that happens, and the parents are there, like they can console you. I know Steve's brother was really good at that too, right? And he would they would be talking in the locker room and shit.
He would look at me in the face and go, "If you lose your mind on the mat, I will beat the fuck out of you. Go into the locker room, act like a man on the mat, and then lose your shit under the stands.
Go punch the locker
room.
Go where no one else is. Yeah.
You happen to have the same last name as me. If you act like that out here, I swear to God, I will fucking kill you. And you will never forget wrestling again. You won't live. I will choke you until you're dead." I'm like, "Yeah, I get it. Same way your dad would have told you."
They would they understood though. It is tough, right?
Yeah.
Like but there's a place and time.
There's a
you
line.
don't do
100%
that.
a line.
Yeah.
There's a line.
And to build it up more, that weight class they were in was a deep weight class. There was like 15 kids in it, so that was the finals. Him and that girl.
Yeah,
and he
so
lost.
They were rolling for a long
She made
time.
it to the final, so she's good.
Oh, dog, this girl was badass. Shout out that girl, badass. But this kid was destroying her. It was like fucking 13-0, and he got caught in a headlock and pinned.
And then
that's why it just. So he breezed through the entire. He won 4 straight matches, destroying everyone. She was good. She beat everybody she wrestled, but she wasn't like absolutely not. This was the guy. Yeah. He's the guy, and he was acting all
she ended up beating 5 guys.
She caught him too.
She caught her.
Anyone caught her at any time, right? Now, it was one of the things where, like, he got caught. Like
now, before me becoming a semi girl dad with my brother's daughters, I would have walked over to him and consult. Instead, I went right to that girl and her coach. I fist bumped at her. I was like, "You're the best."
What up?
I told him, I was like, "That girl is my spirit animal. I love that fucking girl. She's the." He was like, "Oh, she badass." I was like, "I saw, motherfucker," because she got her ass beat for. They do minute and a half. So I don't know what that fucking adds up to because I'm not a mathematician. But he beat the fuck out of her for literally 4.5 minutes. And then she caught him and with 10 seconds left and pinned his bitch ass.
Yeah.
So fuck you and shout out that girl.
Yeah. Yeah. Nice.
But what? 2 days of absolute nonsense for me.
Dude, that shit would trigger like so much shit if I went back to like a youth tournament. I don't even want to fucking think about it. But all right.
I will say this. It is so much more stressful than high school guys. Like, at least I knew they could handle themselves. Youth coaching is the most stressful thing I've ever done. And it's more stressful than myself competing, than watching my high school guys compete. The youth thing, because they're so young. I know how emotional it is. Like,
you feel responsible, right?
Dog,
you're like, I'm trying to help these guys get
100%.
through.
It's so hard. It's so hard. It's so bad.
So, all right. We are coming towards the top of time, though. So, all right, before we get out of here, Benoit Podcasy, anything you want to say to the Podcasy Nation and the Giants, whatever.
Let's not do all that. One more shout out to former guest of the show, listener of the show, fan of the show, multi-time guest of the show, Timmy Casey is fighting again on the 18th. In that same kind of
February 18th.
February 18th, no gi, purple belt, 189 fight. His sell for the fight was this guy sponsored by Joe Rogan. I'm sponsored by Murph Meyer. And if anyone wants to buy some weird tie-dye Let's Get Weird shirts for Tim Casey, I'll make sure Maddie gets the link. But yeah, he's fighting next weekend again. He just opened his own studio. No gi
jiu-jitsu studio.
Yep, no gi roll studio. And I think he's charging people like $12 an hour. You know what I mean? He's just like, come in, let's learn. I have extra time. When I have extra time, I like to stay in shape. I like to do this. But TC's doing the thing right now, and he's gonna have another fight in a couple of weeks. So
dude, that's fucking great. That's awesome, man. Dude,
I texted you the link and like the poster for the fight.
Oh, perfect. I'll post the shit out of that. Awesome. Dude, I'll tell you, submission grappling is, I was talking about with Rich earlier, Steve. Dude, it is so fucking big right now. It is massive, submission grappling.
Dog, especially when like finishers jumped in and things like that, where like there's like legit, not just groups, leagues. It's a league where like, the Henzo guys can jump in, the 10th Planet, whatever it is. There's a straight up league where, hell yeah, it's so big right now.
Yeah.
And also it provides like an opportunity. Like Timmy wrestled all through high school. He coached wrestling in college. He did all this stuff. But like then he broke his neck like 10 years
Jesus
ago.
Fucking Christ.
It was fine. He put some dirt on it. He was good to go. You know what I mean? But then he had to change his diet and like do some different stuff. But now it's like a 41-year-old. He's like, no, I'm gonna do a no-gi fucking. Like I'm gonna teach this, and he's still in the mix, and he's still fighting, he's still competing, he's still teaching. Shout
out him,
dude. He should come down to Henzo's, man. We'd love to have him.
Send him a text. He'll show up.
I'll see if he wants to come in and do like a seminar or something like that. We'll definitely have him.
He is a 189-pound purple belt, and also he was at. I mean, where was he when he was in Philly? He was at fucking Gracie, right?
No,
Daniels?
oh god, Elevation, maybe. Is that what it was?
Maybe.
There's also the Reese brothers. What's that? Balance Studios.
Balance.
Oh, Balance. He was at Balance.
He was at
The
Balance.
This is like the late,
absolute,
like 2008, 9, 10, 11.
absolute savages that own that gym. Those two brothers are fucking savages.
He was a Balance dude. But anyway, yeah, Timmy's fighting in a week, so Matty put it up, and let's go, TC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, shout out. He's the fucking best. The way too, I feel like submission grappling, what it's turned into is it's almost like different gangs or families competing just because
100%.
the way the community is like, oh, he's a Henzo guy or he's a fucking TriStar guy or a frontline guy, whatever. You know what I mean?
Does it not mirror like the wrestling community when it's like PA versus anybody else? Like,
Agreed.
it's pretty much Henzo's is PA, and then everyone comes at you.
Maddie, you've described this as organized gang fighting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, a wrestling meet is an organized gang fight. It's 100% what it is. You're representing an area. You have your colors. You have your team, right? Like
you got your song.
I'll tell you, there's a lot of we'll fight with each other, but no one fucks with us mentality.
100%.
That's the number one. Like you even get that as a little kid. Wrestling.
100%.
Yeah,
like
100%.
no, like we might all fight and wrestle and do whatever, but no one fucks with us as a team.
100%.
I will beat the shit out of my little brother, but if you look at it in the wrong way, I will. Right. I now have to beat the shit out of you.
Correct.
I'm sorry.
100%.
That's
100%
how it works.
Me and Steve. So where we grew up, there was two different teams.
Yep.
There was North Penn Junior Knights and the Panthers, right? But even when we went to tournaments, like we had our little rivalries, whatever. But
we all stuck
when
together.
we went to tournaments, we were all North Penn guys, and we all stuck together.
Goddamn right.
Like they were headhunting, like
kill or be killed, son.
Right.
Kill or be
killed.
Exactly.
And we were kind of the premier programs. Everybody was coming for us.
True. Very true. Very true.
Fuck them.
Yeah. So, all right, we are coming to the top of time. Thank you for that, Benoit. And yep, we'll have that out there. Also, like I said before, Kate a Siren concert this weekend, February 11th at the Kelly Center in Havertown. Check it out. Going to be a lot of fun. We have her scheduled to be on the show. Big fan of Kate a Siren and Oliver Siren, her husband. So super excited for that.
Let me know.
Yep. And then, like we said, April 8th, Arabella Del Busso fighting in Nashville. Hopefully we can all go to that. But Lasmeeshma, what do you got before we get out of here?
If you go to Starbucks, get your shitty overpriced coffee, make sure you check your receipt.
And pay in cash.
Cancel that. Yeah. And shout out to listener Derelict for sending me that story about the shitty basketball game.
Oh fuck. Oh shit. You got that from a listener?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Send them in, guys. Send them in.
Fucking nuts on our chins, huh?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Damn. Shout out.
Stop being so good at social media.
Derelict?
Yeah, Derelict. Yep.
I can derelict my own balls.
Listener of the show.
Very nice. Awesome. All right. Great shit, Lasmeeshma. Great shit, Derelict. And Strong Sam, what do you got before we rowdy 5,000?
Listen, I got a bunch of young bulls going out to Spooky Nook in Lancaster this weekend. My guys,
place is no joke.
Rules. They out there for the PJW, the junior states, the little kid state tournament, the most premier youth and high school states in America out there trying to qualify, do their thing. So I got a bunch of my studs going out there. I'll be out there with them. And then just so you guys know, no one likes us. No one likes us. We don't care.
We don't.
Go fucking birds.
Go fucking birds. Well,
I can't
wait. Speaking of the birds, this has been another episode of the Working Perspectives podcast. I'm Matt Lavelle. I'm coming today by Strong Stem Steve Cabot, Lasmeeshma Liam Reese, and the bad boy Benoit Podcasy Bern Podcasy. In case you're wondering, you can find all our stuff and all our content on all podcast platforms and YouTube at Working Perspectives Podcast. You can also on Instagram, Working Perspectives Podcast, and you can join us on the Twitter and the TikTok. Working P Pod. If you'd like to be a guest on the show, please email us at workperspective@gmail.com. And please like, subscribe so we keep bringing you this sweet, sweet content. Thanks for listening. Have a great weekend. Go Eagles. See you later. All right, we're out. Let's go. Nice. Good shit, boys. Good shit tonight.
Steve, have you been to Spooky Nook?
Many of times, cuz.
Is this
many of times?
It's like 15 minutes away from my house. That's the
Really?
craziest.
I'll
yeah,
hit you up
dude.
when I'm up there, dog. I'm staying
Dude.
at I think I'm staying at the Red Roof Inn next to what's that
Red
weird
Roof
ass
Inn.
little
Dude,
amusement?
I don't know. I live in Wrightsville. It's in Lancaster. It's 12 minutes away from my house. Let's fucking get a beer.
I'll be up there all weekend because I got like fucking 15 of my guys going out there trying to qualify for states. And it's usually we stay. There's that stupid amusement park that's the fuck's it called? Right on Lancaster. It's
not Hershey
all you guys
Park.
know
It's a
it.
Dutch Wonderland.
No, Dutch Wonderland.
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right across the street, basically, is where we stay.
All right. Yeah, you're like
how far is that?
15 minutes.
Hell yeah,
you're near Dutch Wonderland.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I literally
live in
see it out the window.
Yeah, I live between York and Lancaster. It's the weirdest fucking stupid. I live
the
in a
middle
place
of
called
nowhere,
Wrightsville.
yo. The middle of nowhere.
Dude, I went
Just
to
like
Is
cow
Dutch Wonderland
patties.
is all right though?
Dutch Wonderland is legit. Dude.
That shit's dope.
Legit.
Hell yeah.
And
I
it's
always,
cheap.
I always
Very
think
cheap.
about taking my kid there, but I never
Layla
went,
would
so-
love it.
Dude,
So we'll go when it gets nice out, and then I'll let you know when we go.
Yeah. If she's 8, like you're saying, she's 8, 9, 10, like whatever, like it's perfect. By the time you're like 13, you're probably over Dutch Wonderland.
Yeah, way too.
But like before that, it's legit. And between Dutch Wonderland and like Knoebels, like those are the best spots on the planet. I don't know if you guys fuck with Knoebels at all.
Yeah, you can be any age, and Knoebels fucks, but
Knoebels
Dutch Wonderland is under 10, basically.
All right, we'll have to do Dutch Wonderland before she gets too old.
And like
for it
he
then.
said, it's just like Knoebels. It's so fucking cheap compared
It's
to like
cheap,
Darney Park and Six Flags.
Oh, you don't have to
different.
tell me. We did Hershey Park, and I could
What a
not
ripoff.
believe. I could not
$85
believe
to
how
ride
much
7
money
rides.
everything was. The hotels, the passes.
Such a ripoff.
Every time you go to get food, you go into a store. They
Hershey
want a shirt. They want
crushes
this
your guts.
lights, dude. Yeah,
you're crushed, dude. You're
you
fucked.
get
You're totally
killed every turn, dude.
Yep.
Steve, I'm working Friday night. I'm off on Saturday. I'm working.
I'll be up there.
Sunday.
I'm leaving.
Give me a shout. Maybe
I'm leaving.
Maybe come hit you
I'm
up
leaving
Saturday night.
Yeah, I'm leaving Saturday in the afternoon. I'll be up there Saturday all day, and then we're staying over Saturday night, and I'll be there until I already told my kids. I'm like, look, I love you guys. You guys are my guys. You know that. But once 2:00 rolls around, Coach Steve is going home because the Birds are in the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and I got
seriously.
places to be. I hope you do well, but if you don't wrestle before 2:00, I don't give a fuck. I'm leaving.
Steve, I'll bring the rolling papers. You bring the weed. I'll meet you at Dutch Wonderland parking
I got
lot.
all the
at
weed, dog.
11:15 on
Nice.
Saturday night.
Dog, I'm
And
ripping L's in the fucking everywhere. Let's go.
Let's go.
I'll hit you up when
Let's
I'm around.
go. Yeah,
All right,
it's,
cool.
50, it's 20 minutes,
100%.
man.
Sounds good,
Fuck
brother.
yeah.
All right, cuz I gotta roll. All right, fellas.
All right,
All
good
right.
shit tonight,
Go
guys.
to